In this video, I will show you how to decide if a table represents a function or not. And what I'm going to start with is our input values, because how you determine a function is whether your input values are repeated. And as I'm looking at my table, there are no input values that repeat, so yes, this would be a function. Now as I look at my input values here for this table, I notice that there is an input value that repeats, so no, this would not be a function. And the reason why it is not a function is because the x value of 1 repeats. The input gets two different outputs, which is not allowed in a function. Now for example number 3, it says make an input and an output table for these functions. So you already know that they're a function, and our inputs are going to be 0, 1, 2, and 3 for each of our functions. And our inputs, as a reminder, is your domain. So my inputs, which are normally called my x's, this is my domain. I'm going to input 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 into my function. So I'm going to take out my calculator and I'm going to type in 2 times, so in parentheses I'm going to substitute in 0 in place of my x, my input, and then I'm going to add 1. And when I do that, I get an output of 1. And now I'm going to go back and substitute in, instead of 0, the number 1, and I get out the number 3. And then I'm going to go back here again and input the number 2 into my function. And when I input the number 2, I get out 5. And then lastly, I'm going to input 3 into my function, and I get an output of a value of 7. Then it says for part B, using a different function, do the same process, substitute in 0, 1, 2, and 3. And so I'm going to take my calculator now, and instead I have -6 times an input of 0, so I'm going to put that in parentheses, and then plus 2. My first output is 2. I'll go back and substitute in a number 1, and I will get the value -4. And then I will go back and substitute in a 2 and get -10. And then I will substitute in a 3 and get out -16. That's it.